everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya, and today we're diving into 3 idioms that all use the word head. But here's the thing, most intermediate learners get at least one of them wrong, and I mean really wrong.
Wait, Maya, are you talking about use your head? Because I feel like I've been using that one forever.
Leo, you just proved my point. See? Use your head is one of those phrases that sounds simple, but almost every non-native speaker I've taught has a different idea of what it means. And Leo, before we go further, what do you think use your head means?
It means think smart, right? Like use your intelligence. If someone says use your head, they're telling you to be clever.
That's what 90% of my students say. And it makes sense. In your native language, there's probably a similar phrase, but in English, native speakers use your head for something very specific. It's not about being a genius. It's about common sense.
Common sense? What's the difference?
Great question. Think about it this way. Use your head is for situations where the answer is obvious. It's for when you're overcomplicating something simple. For example, imagine you're packing for a trip to a cold country. You're filling your suitcase with t-shirts and shorts. Your friend looks at you and says, "Come on, use your head. It's going to be freezing there." They're not saying you're not smart. They're saying, "This is obvious. Why aren't you thinking about it?"
Oh, so it's more like, come on, think about what's right in front of you.
Exactly. Another example, you're at work and you're struggling to open a PDF file for 10 minutes. Your colleague walks by and says, "Use your head. Just copy the text and paste it into Word." It's not an insult about your intelligence. It's a gentle push. This is the obvious solution. Try it.
Okay, that makes way more sense. So if I say use your head to someone who's trying to solve a complex math problem, that would sound weird.
Very weird. Actually, that would sound rude, because for a complex problem, you'd say think it through or work it out. Use your head is only for simple, obvious situations. And here's a mistake I see from Chinese learners especially. In Chinese, the phrase, 动动脑子 can mean use your brain to figure out something difficult. But in English, use your head is reserved for the easy stuff. So if you say it during a serious meeting about strategy, it can sound dismissive.
I've definitely made that mistake before. Okay, Maya, so what's the next idiom?
Let's talk about Head Start. Now, this one is really useful, especially if you're in a work or school environment. Head Start means an advantage you get by starting before others.
So it's like getting a head start on a project?
Perfect example. Say you have a big report due Friday. You start working on it Tuesday, while your coworker doesn't start until Thursday night. You have a head start. You're ahead. You've already done the hard part.
That makes sense. Can I use it in other contexts?
Absolutely. Think about parenting. Parents often say their child has a head start if they learn to read early. She learned phonics in preschool, so she had a head start when kindergarten started. Or in sports, a runner who gets a head start in a race literally starts running before the official start. That's the original meaning, actually.
Oh, like in track and field?
Exactly. The term comes from horse racing. A horse that gets a head start literally starts ahead of the others. Now, we use it for any situation where you have a time advantage.
Okay, so how do I use it in a sentence? I have a head start?
That works. You can also say, get a head start, or give someone a head start. For example, I want to get a head start on my presentation this weekend. Or, the tutorial gave me a head start on learning the software.
And is it always positive?
Usually, yes. But here's something interesting. If someone gets an unfair head start, it can feel like cheating. Like if your friend started studying for the exam a week before you without telling you, that's an unfair head start. But generally, it's a positive phrase.
Got it. So head start is an advantage from starting early. Maya, I have a feeling you're about to hit me with the third idiom.
You know me too well, Leo. This third one is my favorite, and it's the one that confuses learners the most. Head off.
Head off? Like go somewhere?
That's one meaning. Yes, head off can mean to start a journey or to leave. We're heading off to the beach tomorrow morning. That's straightforward.
Okay, I've heard that.
But here's the more interesting meaning. Head off also means to prevent something from happening, usually by taking action early. For example, I want to head off any confusion before we start. Let me explain the rules first.
Oh, so it's like preventing a problem before it happens.
Exactly. You can head off an argument. You can head off a misunderstanding. You can head off a crisis. It's a very professional, very useful phrase. In meetings, you might hear, let's head off any potential issues by reviewing the budget now.
Wow, that's such a smart way to sound more professional. So is it always head off plus a noun? Like head off a problem?
Usually, yes. But you can also say head someone off, meaning to intercept or confront them before they do something. Like, I saw my boss was about to cancel the project, so I headed him off in the hallway and explained my progress. That means I stopped him before he could take the action.
Okay, that's really useful. I think I've been hearing this idiom in movies and never really understood it.
It's one of those phrases that natives use constantly. Let's do a quick comparison with Head Start. Head Start is about advantage. You get an early start. Head Off is about prevention. You stop something bad from happening. Different meanings, both extremely useful.
Maya, I want to test myself. Can I try using all three in one conversation?
I'd love to hear that. Go for it.
Okay, so I'm at work. My coworker is about to make a presentation, but he's using the wrong data. I could head off a disaster by telling him early. I already had a head start because I checked the data last night, and he could use his head and double check his sources.
Leo, that was beautiful. Seriously, every single one was correct. And you used use your head in a way that made sense. It's an obvious thing. He should obviously check his sources. That's a perfect use.
Really? I feel like I've leveled up just in this conversation.
You have. But here's the thing, most learners stop here. They learn the phrase, they understand it, but they never practice using it out loud. So let me give you a challenge.
I love challenges. Hit me.
For the rest of today, try to use at least 2 of these idioms in real conversation. Say head start when you're talking about your morning routine. Say head off when you're texting a friend about avoiding traffic. Say use your head, gently, when someone's making an obvious mistake.
That's a great challenge. All right, I'm going to do it.
And listeners, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below using one of these idioms in a sentence. I read every single comment and I will tell you if you got it right. Leo, do you want to give them an example sentence so they can get started?
Sure, here's mine. I want to get a head start on my New Year's resolution. I'm starting my fitness journey in November.
Love that. And I'll give you another one. I can head off an awkward silence at family dinner by starting a conversation about travel.
That's a pro move right there.
All right, before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. First, use your head is for common sense, not for intelligence. Keep it simple, keep it gentle.
Second, head start is the advantage you get by starting early.
And third, head off means to prevent something, a problem, an argument, a misunderstanding.
Maya, I have to say, when I first heard the title Head Idioms, I thought it was going to be boring, but this was genuinely useful. I feel like I can walk into a conversation and actually use these.
That's exactly the goal, Leo. Real English for real life. If you can take one idiom from today and use it by dinner time, we've done our job.
Absolutely. And if you want more lessons like this, hit that subscribe button. We drop new episodes every single day.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you in the next episode. Keep practicing, keep using your head, but remember, just for the easy stuff.
Hey you, next time.
Bye, everyone.